What will Johnny Depp do next? Inside the actor's 60th birthday's return to the spotlight. The last several years haven't exactly been, may we say, good, in terms of Johnny Depp's long and illustrious career. Since Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, his second appearance in a franchise that later replaced him with Mads Mikkelsen in 2018, the three-time Oscar nominee's personal reputation has taken a beating in courts on 2 continents. Indeed, a horde of spectators showed up to cheer his arrival, a familiar scene for the actor, whose passionate fan base could only be matched if the Bayhive and Swifties joined forces and were dosed with gamma rays. But it wasn't business as usual. And Depp, who turned 60 on June 9th, was aware that his devotion to his craft hasn't exactly been top of mind lately. "It's not my Tide we're discussing," he said with a little laugh at a May 17th press conference when asked whether he still felt boycotted by Hollywood or if he sensed the tide was turning in his favor again. The night before, a 7-minute standing ovation for his return to the big screen, as much as his performance as King Louis XV, had left him misty-eyed. "You'd have to not have a pulse to feel, at that point," he continued, "to feel like, no, none of this is happening. This is actually kind of a weird joke. You've been asleep for 35 years, so just let the weirdness commence." Of course, when you're asked to resign from a film you're doing, because of something that is merely a bunch of vowels and consonants floating in the air, yeah, you feel a bit boycotted. But now, he added, I don't feel boycotted by Hollywood because I don't think about it. I don't have much further need for Hollywood myself. Residentially speaking, he's been enjoying a mellow life in the English countryside. "I can go into shops without being surrounded by people wanting selfies," he said in the April issue of Somerset Life. He clarified, "I don't mind if people want an autograph or a brief chat, but not when I am having some private time with my family. British people are cool and will greet you as if you are a neighbor without going arguably never been the same since Amber Heard's abuse allegations against him went public during their 2016 divorce proceedings. He denied the accusations and his life theoretically went on, though their messy breakup clouded the premiere that year of Alice Through the Looking Glass and what was supposed to be his awesome News for All cameo in Fantastic Beasts. And Where to Find Them. A judge signed off on their divorce in January 2017. 2 years later, Depp filed a $50 million defamation lawsuit against Heard over a 2018 op-ed she wrote for The Washington Post that didn't name him but in which she referred to herself as having been a public figure representing domestic abuse. She countersued for $100 million. Depp lost a separate libel suit in the UK, after a British judge decided the Sun tabloid hadn't defamed the actor by calling him a wife-beater. His exit from the Fantastic Beasts franchise was announced days later, and then his request to appeal that verdict was denied in March 2021. And yet, peak circus was still to come.